Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to InboundREM Whiteboard Thursday. We've got a great show for you. Before all of you are wondering, no, I did not lose the world's most epic fist fight. I dropped a dolly on my face while trying to remove a refrigeration unit into my business. So, don't do that. All right, how to optimize your real estate website to make more leads is the subject that we're going to have today. And just a quick note for all of you is that we are going to talk about any website, not just InboundREMs, not just WordPress. We're going to talk about the full. This will work whether you're using Sync, KV Core, Chime, Lofty, Inside Real Estate. Many of these are the same website. Sierra Interactive, Real Estate Webmasters. Some other company that I have never heard of, okay? iHouse Web, you name it. If you have a website or Real Geeks, Easy Agent Pro, I can go on and on. This is gonna work if you have a real estate website at all. These 5 things that we're gonna talk about today will absolutely get you more leads off those websites. So if you own a real estate website and you are interested in getting leads, this is the Whiteboard Thursday, brought to you by InboundREM. This is the episode for you. All right, number 1, videos. Video. Okay, video doesn't work in general. I'm going to give you the world's fastest crash course in what is effective. First of all, videos that are done by AI in video, the plethora of services that are out there that basically mix or match whiteboard videos, animated characters that walk up to a board and smile and point. They increase engagement on a website page. That is how long people stay on a page. That is good for SEO. But guess what? They do not necessarily create more leads. They simply create more engagement. It doesn't inspire people to contact you, reach out to you. Why? Because they still don't know you. How this is not logical to every single person that owns a real estate website is quite literally beyond my comprehension, because I, who am a relatively minor consumer of internet information, always trust websites that have an individual talking to me, and I build a relationship with that individual based on the strength of what they're telling me. That's it. So if that's how I learn, that's how somebody creates a relationship with me, and that's what gets me to want to reach out to them or follow them, is are they personally trying to share something with me that's relevant to my business? So videos on the website that feature you. If you have questions about what are the many different types of videos featuring you that are productive, go to InboundREM.com and you can see 5 or 10 videos that have worked across our entire client base to make more leads off real estate websites. All right, a detailed bio. This is another thing that is counterintuitive to me. I always like to read about the details of what somebody is saying, what they're saying their professional life is like. I am a consummate reader of both biographies in real life and people's bios that they put on their website. It has been something that has been present through my 16 years as a real estate marketing consultant and founder, and all the things that I've done in the real estate industry, why people just include a paragraph on their real estate website. It is beyond unfathomable to me. You go to a site like Joyce Ray and she's got a 7-page bio. Joyce Ray, for those of you that don't know, is one of the top producing female realtors in the entire country and holds many lifetime records for production. That would mean that she probably knows what she's doing. And she's got a 7-page biography. Honestly, she could probably make it 10, and it would still be effective. When you really want somebody to reach out and contact you, you've got to give them an opportunity to know you. You have to. So a detailed bio is going to be personal. It's going to list professional accreditations, but in a very minor way, and it's going to do a real big, good job of doing who, what, when, why, where about you. If you're curious to know what I mean by that, go to the homepage of InboundREM.com, and you'll see a video that I did 7 years ago that is still left up on my website. It did such a good job of giving a detailed bio on me. I still get calls off it. That is what we need in written form on your website. 3, social proof. All right, social proof is where people talk about, Have they done business with you? What was that like? Have they talked to you? Have they not done business with you? Have they just ridden around in a car with you? Did they call to get some questions answered about selling their grandmother's home who died recently, and they're not yet ready to sell the home, but they had some important questions to ask? And did you give them detailed answers? Social proof is where we take measurable engagement between you and your audience, and we get them to talk about it online. Google reviews and Zillow reviews are the two best, most shareable places for reviews. Some of you have reviews in places like Yelp and on your personal website only. Those are they can be usable, they can get you more leads, but they're not the best. The best would be the two platforms I've already mentioned, and then if you can't make those two platforms work for you, some second and third platforms might be Yahoo, Bing, other real estate platforms that have the opportunity for reviews that I may be forgetting. All right, number 4, which is a type of social proof technically, but it's such a much more important type of social proof. This number 4, if you are a luxury agent and you don't have this going on, you are reducing your opportunity by about 90% to create a lead off a hyper luxury website. How to optimize your real estate website to make more leads, that is the subject. If you are a luxury agent, you must be able to show that you have done business in these highly rarefied neighborhoods with these highly rarefied properties. If you can do that, that fact alone will give an educated buyer or seller in these areas enough information to look up your license, to look you up. If you've sold a $35, $40, $50 million home somewhere and you have it listed, that one sale in like the Bel Air Crest or Mount Olympus here in LA, really rarefied neighborhoods like that. There's many others in LA. Hancock Park. Like I could go on and on. There's little teeny tiny enclaves of places in LA where just this one, maybe 150 homes are worth 1,000% more than the surrounding neighborhoods. And if you have done any business there, whether you backed into it, got super lucky, you always list that on your website. Always. Gary Gold is one of my favorite people for this because he spent 10 years. There's a podcast on my website you could look up. His name is Gary Gold. He sold the Playboy Mansion. Okay, most of you are going to know that one. And he listed that sold property on this Gary Gold website. And then he backed into the Hearst property. So his $125 million sale got him another $100 million plus sale. So in a single year, with the power of just this, or at least maybe partially this, he managed to make double a $100 million sale into $200 million sale. And frankly, $200 million worth of real estate sales is more than about 50% of the agents in the US sell for their entire career. Just think about that. Sold properties are really important at the highest levels. Okay? It's very important if you're trying to get leads at the highest levels strictly off a website. Finally, last but not least, for those very small handful of you that have awards, accreditations, things that you do you work with PETA? Do you work with Kiva? Do you work with, we personally here at InboundREM sponsor a couple of charities that we believe strongly in. Most have to do with homelessness or extreme destitution. And so we have a couple of accreditations that we're putting into our website because the things, they mean a lot to us. And 2, much more importantly, they tell you where our heart is at. And again, when it comes to mid-class to middle upper class to upper class, these days, awards and where your heart is at is a very, 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 very big factor in whether or not people are going to reach out to you and potentially want to do any business with you because they've got a lot of choices. So when every single competitor that you've got might have all this stuff going on, what could still separate you from every one of those other people? That now it comes down to awards and institutions that you believe in and things that you're doing that are worth mentioning on your website. You can also be a retired athlete, a member of collegiate programs, like Jade Mills is a big, I forget what the word is, but she's an alumni, that's it, of a particular university. She also sponsors the LA Opera. Okay, and these things really move the needle for her. they move the needle for her. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I haven't talked to her about it, but I'm pretty sure they mean something to her. So you've got all of these things. Every single one is going to be a way for you to optimize your real estate website to make more leads. If you have any additional questions about this, please go to InboundREM because we've talked about this subject a lot. Thank you for tuning in today. Hit the like button and leave me a comment if you have any more questions.